Hello, hello, hello. Man, it feels so good to be on live, man. I say once I see a couple people have what you call it join the stream, I'm gonna go over just some housekeeping and we're gonna go ahead and get to the testing. And if I would say if you're new to the channel or if you just came from YouTube or anything, drop it in the live chat. Just say, hey, what's up? I definitely would like to see it. And also, if you're watching this late and watching this just actually recorded, go ahead and drop something in the comments. Like, tell me how your day was. Hey, what's going on, Foul? Love to see you, man. What's up, man? I didn't know that was your actual name. Cool. Hey, what's up? I know I've been getting that a lot. I say right now I'm just trying to give it a little time because people in the Discord asking for the link and everything. I'm trying to give it to them. I miss y'all too, man. Hello, bayo. Hey. Word. Hey, Daria. So now that a couple people are here, I want to thank everybody so much for supporting my channel, man. Like, I gotta say, these past couple of weeks, even though I haven't been uploading, this channel and our community have been blowing up. Like, we have over 230 subscribers, and I think you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think we're close to having 5,000 views on the channel. That is nuts to me, man. And I gotta say, I appreciate it. And I know I gotta say firsthand, I know especially Air Jordan, one who just said what's up, and I know it's a whole bunch of other people who like tag me in the Discord, tag the video saying, hey, after you finish watching VP video, go watch A1 Ingram video to learn how to backtest, and just help promoting our community and everything, man. I really appreciate that, because I say honestly, in like my opinion, just I'm kind of biased towards like the way that I backtest and everything, and just seeing that just seeing like the progress and people becoming successful, and like just seeing like it's so many people ever since I started my channel, more people getting into the private group, more people getting into the private Algo group, just people are starting to actually get no nonsense Forex better, in my opinion. Just seeing it, it's not as many questions. When people ask just regular no nonsense Forex questions, everybody just race and just jump on it to answer their question and everything, and I just love it, man. I just love it deep down in my heart, and I just really appreciate everybody. And I gotta say, if you're already in here, like as y'all saying, I appreciate y'all dropping something in the chat. And I also gotta say, just drop a comment on the actual video and like it. I'll really appreciate it. Yo, this man is the fastest manual backtester in the West. All right, man. That's enough little housekeeping. I gotta say, let's go ahead and get into it. So, and also, for anybody who new here to the stream, if y'all have any questions or anything, you can just go ahead and drop it in the live chat. I have it going on my phone, so I can just monitor it as I'm backtesting. So, and also, if you're new to the stream, what we're doing is this whole no nonsense for building the algorithm series. Is a lot of people always having questions. Hey, what all like how do you backtest? How do you do this? How you do that? So just to bring y'all from where y'all from, the spreadsheet will look a little bit different. Kind of made a couple updates and everything. So like right now, the way we have, I'm gonna make this a big screen so y'all can see. So I have all my results and everything like that. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you, Jordan. Just to answer that question, man, I think I have a 4.0 semester, just straight A's this semester, and I'm so freaking happy about that. Oh, okay. So before I get into the what is it called, back test and everything, it's a question from Crimzik. I'm gonna call you Mystic. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your first name. When did you and why did you start Forex? So I started Forex about a year ago, maybe some change. But like I gotta say, the reason why I started Forex because at first I came from trading penny stocks and options and things like that on Robinhood, and like at first I was doing it really good, but like the pattern day trading rule was getting to me, and when I would get into options, I would never have enough money to do it, and I was just frustrated, and I just kept losing, and then one of my friends came over to my house and we was talking and everything, and it's like I always heard of Forex, but I didn't want to get into it because it seemed too complicated and everything. And he said, bro, you should really try that. I really think that you'll be great in it. I was like, okay, I guess. And so I started doing Forex, but you know how everybody start off with. You go to YouTube, you see Fibonacci's, trend lines, MACD, RSI, regular MA, just all that kind of stuff, just seeing it, all that. And I always saw VP Big Bank's video, but I never wanted to watch it. And I'm pretty sure I shared that with a lot of people. You never wanted to watch that first video. They keep recommending it. YouTube saved my life. Because when I finally watched that video, I really connected with him, like, I really see him, like his psychology, like the way he thinking, the way I think really aligns. And so I really like that. And like now, the reason why I do Forex, and also you can see it in the description, because I know to have financial freedom and to be wealthy, you have to have multiple streams of income. And the reason why I like Forex, because it gives me that additional income. And on top of that, I love the no nonsense Forex way of trading, because if you new here, you only have to trade 20 minutes a day. So like right now, I'm working the job. It's practically even full time as a pharmacy technician. And I just, during my lunch break or during my 15-minute break, right before the daily candle close, I go to my car, turn on my hotspot on my phone, and I trade and call it a day. And I just love that, man. And let me know if that answered your question. Hey, what's up, Spy? I ain't gonna lie, you in trouble right now because you ain't text me, you ain't messing me in Discord in a while. Let me know about your algorithm building and everything. You kind of lost me in the dark. And especially do what Derek said. Make sure y'all don't forget to like the video, man. And I gotta say, I'm so happy we back in 12 people viewing this. I'm so appreciative of that. But anyway, okay, hold on. So we have a question from Amir. What part of the algorithm have the most significant impact on ROI and drawdown? So, that's a really good question. So, what I would say have the most significant impact is so I got to give you two answers to that question, Amir. For ROI, it's going to be your volume indicator. And the reason why I say that is because the reason why I say you said significant impact, and I'm taking that as in, at first you're going to get your initial result whenever you put on your baseline, like I'm doing in these streams and in these videos, or when you put on your exit indicator. And you can get that information from my video on how to trade no nonsense Forex. It kind of talks about the two different ways of building an algorithm. So you already have your set bottom line with ROI and drawdown, and the thing that have the most impact on it is your volume indicator. But I gotta say, for drawdown, I would say that second exit that you add to your system is what really helps it out. So whether it be your exit or your baseline indicator, basically the vice versa of what you added after you had your C1 and C2 is what I would say mainly affects your drawdown, because that's going to cut losses and everything. And also volume indicator going to play a big part in drawdown, because say months like you see here, like these months where it was probably more than likely low EVZ, it's low volatility in the market, it's going to filter out all those bad trades and everything. So basically, simple answer, is going to be your volume indicator, but I gave you the long answer. Hey man, hey, I'm in that private group, and I'm a Algo guy, quote unquote, in the Discord. So if you have any questions about your algorithm or anything, in case if you're gonna make it, any kind of questions or anything, let me know. Spot, hit me up. And to everybody watching, I am a resource. I am not going to just run you off unless you just ask blatant questions like, "Hey, what's your prop firm algorithm?" I'm not going to answer that. I apologize, but kind of like a sorry, not sorry. I'm not going to answer those kind of questions. But if you ask me a question like, "Hey, I tested this and this indicator, tell me what you think. Hey, would you mind looking at my spreadsheet? Give me like your opinion. What can I work on?" Like I say, it's a couple people in the Discord that have been messaging me almost every day. It kind of like I'm like their boss. Like they would message me, say, "Hey, what do you think about this?" These set of indicators of, "Hey, what do you think I should do next with my algorithm?" And I gotta say, "Oh man, you killing it. You got to do this and this and this next." And I tell you, I really appreciate those messages because it really makes me feel like on the inside that I have a good impact on these people. And one of the person I know, he not in the stream yet. He probably gonna watch whenever he wake up because he on the other side of the world. But when I tell you, this dude is making a killer algorithm. Like, so far, what I understand, his algorithm is way better than any algorithm I put together, and I'm just so happy. And the only thing I ask for in return for my help and everything is no compensation, no any of that. Just whenever you make it to the top or on your way up, just give me a shout out, man. Just don't forget me. Like, I'm not gonna forget all y'all who are my OGs, even who was all in the streams and everything before I even had 100 subscribers, anything like that. I remember you, Jordan. But anyway, let's get into the stream. And also, don't be afraid to ask questions. So what we left off is we finished Aussie CAD, we finished Swiss JPY, and we also finished Euro USD. And I gotta see, as you can see, it's like less and less colored notations and everything, because the way I tell y'all to back test is once y'all put down the trade to highlight the trade to signify, to signal if it's like, if it breaks the 1 ATR rule, or if it breaks the 7-day candle rule, or if it's a 1 candle trade. Because what you can do, you can go back and say, here, I can just do this for this pair. So you said, okay, let's just try to test on 1 candle, see how it does for the algorithm, or just something like that. And with my spreadsheets, and also guys, if y'all want my spreadsheets, message me on Discord. I'll have no problem with sending it to you, and you have access to everything but the news calendar. News calendar is only for private group members. Just putting that out there, disclaimer out there. So as you can see, you gotta give a second for a spreadsheet to load, but with these trades, it'll mark these off and it'll affect everything. I gotta say, it's been a minute since I touched into this spreadsheet, so it's gonna take a while for it to load. Okay, there we go. It's starting to pick up a little bit. But anyways, so as that loading up, I'm gonna just keep talking. We have those 3 pairs, and just to give y'all a little bit of insight, whenever I was back testing, I noticed that a lot of my big trends and everything happens when it breaks 1 ATR. So as you're going to see me throughout the stream, I'm not going to be highlighting those indicators because I already did my due diligence in knowing that I'm gonna just still take the trade no matter what. It's a question from Jordan. He said, "You're gonna be in Vegas next year." So the reason why he asked that is because the No Nonsense Forex community is putting together a conference, and in the spring of 2021 there will be a conference in London, and that I will say I would like to go to that one, but that's kind of far, and I'm a broke college student, so I don't think that's going to be able to be possible. But later on in the fall of 2021, hopefully with COVID and everything allows it, it will be a conference in Las Vegas. And I gotta say, I really I would really like to be there. And it's like, even though I don't normally like speak like in front of a whole lot of people and everything like that, I wouldn't even mind doing like a little segment about back testing and everything like that. I gotta say, that'll be just a so real moment for me to just actually display my knowledge of back testing and everything and helping people out. So basically, short answer is yes, I hope to be in Vegas next year. Okay, so Mystic asks, what do you think about the HLC trend indicator? So I gotta say, off the top of my head, I apologize, I don't know that indicator, but I would say if you message me on Discord and like send me a screenshot of it or maybe some results or something, I can give you a little bit more information about it. But as you can see on the charts, it deleted those 2 trades, and that's just what you would do to go back and test different rules and everything. And the reason why I do it is my thinking process whenever I'm back testing is put in all the work in the beginning. So it's gonna be a pain in the butt doing all this work, all this highlighting, all this extra stuff. But whenever you're trying to make rules, tweaks, and things like that, it's gonna save you so much time. Okay, you could just go through bam, 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 and you can go through with your EVZ. Once you get into the private group, I can give you a little sneak peek of it. You can go to the EVZ, as you can see, equal or higher, lower than, blah blah blah. So you can go right here, boom boom, and you can also edit the trade in this cell right here. And if you want some more information about how you edit it for certain situations, things like that, message me on Discord. So before I actually get to testing and everything, just explain the spreadsheet a little bit. My updated spreadsheet for the 5 pairs and the 28 pairs is that I have a master sheet that shows all the trades that you ever taken. In all 5 of these sheets, it put them all on this master sheet, and it has right here where the trade came from and everything like that, all the way down to 2019 in chronological order. And a big addition is that I included an equity curve. Now a lot of times you will see whenever you will do an EA back testing or things like that, so it kind of just give you an overall aspect of how your algorithm going. So far you can see that it's slowly becoming more profitable and profitable. And what you want is, like I gotta say, this kind of big drop right here that I'm circling with my cursor is not the best. Here, let me see. Just give me 1 second. I just noticed what is it called? The little green indicator behind my mouse isn't there. Yeah, for real. I hope so too. Yeah, Learn Spy said, I hope they recorded for those of us who can't go. I really do hope so. Where is this cursor? Sorry guys, just give me a moment. I'm trying to find this cursor really quick. Boom, found it. Okay, there we go. So back to our regularly scheduled program. As y'all can see, now they have the little green thing behind it. So things like this where it's like a big drawdown, as you can see on 118, and it's also correlate with your drawdown. That's where the biggest drop is. So it kind of gives you a double aspect to it of your whole algorithm and things, because I always want to try to wing people off testing with eggs and everything, because I'm in the party of I like manual testing. And so that's I gotta say that's my whole spiel for everything with that. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually get to some back testing. Yeah, a live stream will be cool too. Oh yeah, guys, and also don't be afraid to go ahead and start a conversation with yourself in the comment in the live chat section. That'd be greatly appreciated. At the end of the day, we all just here together, just doing our thing. Oh yeah, guys, and if y'all don't know what I just brought up, I brought up the data window. So for a situation like these, like let's just say per se you can't tell which value is on top, so you'll just press Control D, you'll scroll up and it'll show you which value is on top. So like say for instance the signal line is red, that's 4.08, and the blue one is 3.88, so that means the signal is higher, so that means for my system that would be a short. Just letting y'all know. All right, let's get into it. Oh yeah, guys, and just to like clarify, the way that I'm exiting trades is either because of news, trailing stop, obviously stop loss or take profit, or my C1 indicator flip, or it crosses my baseline. And I will not be taking into consideration one candle trades for this because I'm just trying to get a raw estimate for my back testing first. And then trying to think, was there anything else that I need to announce before I actually get going? Rather the candle bull or bearish, I'm gonna take the trade. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Oh, all right, now so we're waiting for our first signal. All right, let me go back. So we will hover over, so that's, you can see the DPO is negative right here. So then we will wait for it to go positive because this is our C1 indicator. So it goes C1 indicator, C2 indicator, and our baseline. Yeah, you can always tell what part of our algorithm we're working on based off the title. And so the way I go about it is, okay, you can see at the bottom part of my screen down here is 1617. So then what I would do is go to my news sheet over here, and you can see we news come out 1/17/2017. So that means I have until 1/16 to be in my take profit, and if not, I have to close my trade due to news. And I'm also doing, I'm glad I started talking about that. If I'm already scaled out in a trade, in other terms, if I already took half my profit, I'm going to just let my trade run and not close it due to news. So then now what we would do is one backslash 17, and the line underneath it is going to automatically fill. So then the close is 1.0459. The ATR is 71, and then let's find our exit. All right, our first take profit is 1.0530. And I only do the 4 digits, I don't do the 5. And so what I like to do is put my cursor down here where break even is, and just keep hitting F12. Okay, so for this instance, you can see it came down and crossing my baseline, so that's when I would exit. So then that would be 1.0478, and then we would just move on. All right, so everything aligns. So we're gonna check our news. Our news said we have till 131. So let's see. All right, next day we took profit, so we're gonna keep going with our trade. We're just gonna let it run, and that probably okay. So here, let me go ahead and take the trade, then I'm gonna talk about that. So, earlier I mentioned another way that I was gonna exit a trade is a trailing stop. In order to put a trailing stop on your trade has to close beyond 2 take profit, and what that is 2 times this number right here. So 2 times 58 is 116. So let's see how far price will have to close beyond that. 116 is what I said. So price will have to close beyond this point in order to add a trailing stop. And I'm pretty sure you're going to get an example of this in the string. And once you add your trailing stop is going to equal your stop loss. So from whatever price is down here, you will measure 87 pips up, and that's where you'll place your trailing stop, and it will be set there unless price close further in your favor. So let's just say per se 116 it closes, you put your trailing stop on. Then if it moves another, let's say it moves to 130, then from that point you will readjust your stop loss by taking 130 pips minus 87 and re-put your stop loss, and you'll keep doing that. But let's just say per se you did that, you move after your trade closed past 130, you move your stop loss down 30 pips or whatever number of pips that is per se. So let's just use better numbers. So let's just say your it's 116 where you add your trailing stop, then 136 is where price closed again for the next candle. So then what you would do, because that difference is 16 pips, you can move your stop loss down 16 pips. Hopefully that makes sense. If not, ask a question in the chat. All right, so then in this situation, my trade will hit break even, because, and the reason why it's break even because I already scaled out. So DPO gave a signal. Let's see if that's negative. We waiting for the DPO to tell me to go long. It told me go long. Everything else told me yes. All right, I have till 2:15 to make profit. I made profit on the next candle, and I believe this trade is a good example of where I'm going to add a trailing stop. So I don't know if y'all see what I did was I saw that it traveled up, and then I kept going until price closes beyond my trade or just had a dramatic turn back or pullback. And I did that because I want everything on my chart there before I start calculating trailing stop and everything like that. All right, so in this situation, I'm gonna go ahead and measure it out for y'all. Price have to go beyond 140 pips because it's 2 times ATR, 140 pips. So what we're gonna do is line it up and we're gonna measure 140. So you can see on this candle, it's 167, and that's how you read it. It's the middle number. So you see it's four candles, 167, and the last one is the price where you're at. So from that point, and I'll take a mental note of this, it then travel to ATR. So then in my head, what I do is first starting off, what I would recommend is for people to actually place a line, but I'm not gonna do that because like I'm on stream and that would be a pain. So price have to reverse 160 pips in order to hit my trailing stop. But as you can see right here, that's not 160 pips. So I'm going to keep going until I see a dramatic turn back. So like from here to here, that might be 160 pips. I don't know. But like I told you, in this situation, it closed 167 pips here, but price moved up a little bit higher. So from here, I will calculate my trailing stop, but I'm not going to actually calculate it. What I'm going to do is just measure 160 pips lower. So as you can see, the wick of the candle did not reach 106 pips. So that means my trailing stop would have not got hit. So that means that trade, I would be able to exit that trade on the close of that candle. And then we will carry on. Yeah, I gotta see. I think this algorithm is gonna be really good. So, what we're gonna do, we see a new trade. We're gonna consult with our news. Our news said we have till 4/2 to make some money. All right, so hopefully my baseline gets me out in a good time. All right, my baseline got me out, and my goal is for my baseline to get me out before my trade hit my trailing stop, because we do not like those trades. All right, we're gonna wait for another signal from our DPO. All right, so it gave a signal, but my baseline did not agree. So that means we're gonna keep on moving for our next signal. All right, so everything agreed. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna look at news. All right, so we have till 5/9. Okay, so, and I'm glad this situation pop up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna write the trade down. Oh, Control D, no. So this one is 1.07, 1.0701, 77. So this situation, what happened was, I don't know what's gonna happen because the sale says when. I'm going to completely ignore that. I'm trading it like as if it was live, so that means my trade did not hit my take profit point on the day before news came out. So what I would do is I would close both of my trades, because no nonsense forex we enter 2 half trades. I would close both trades at this price, so then it will be. That will be 1.0645. And I gotta say, a lot of times I got like to throw the catchy phrase saying news will be sometimes your best exit indicator, because let's just say per se I might be wrong, but trade will hit your first take profit and then shoot back up. I can't make this up. So in this situation, I believe I have it set to 2% risk. We would have made $66 if we just took trade regular and ignored news for the take profit, because it took profit and it shot back up to our break even point. So it's thing kind of a little laggy, but you can see that's $66. And I gotta say, I'll give it a moment for my sheet to catch up. Mark, we got problems, big fella. I told you not to be late to the stream, but I guess better late is better than not coming at all. Oh yeah, guys, and drop some questions in the chat if like everything I'm saying making sense or anything. I know this is kind of a little bit slower than what I normally do, but I know my following got a little bit bigger, and I know a lot of new people are going to be watching this video, so I want to make sure I explain stuff thorough. So as you can see, at first, if we would took the trade regular, we would have made $66, but with this method, we made $96 instead. You can't complain about those results. This trade almost covered a trade that would hit our full stop loss. Just think about that. Mark, you naughty boy. For real, man. So I gotta say, and it's like right now what I'm doing, and the reason why I also like manual back testing is because I take mental notes, because like I could say for here, whenever my baseline crossed, it was a really nice trend. So that kind of had me thinking about baseline cross entries, one candle rule entries, and just things like that. It's just things that you wouldn't get from an EA, because EA just spit you out the results and you just take it from there. And a lot of times whenever you have an EA, and even while you manually back testing, you have a high risk of over optimizing, or what we like to call it in the Discord, curve fitting. Oh, okay, so this is a good question from a learning spot. So he said, in the final vid for this algo, will you still do news avoidance? Because if I remember right, you can't do it if you want to submit it for the private group. So I gotta say, personally, this is just for my personal use, and that I gotta go review the results, because it could be that you still can You still can do news avoidance. I gotta say, give me 1 minute and let me check that out. So I'm reading the rules right now. Yeah, I gotta say, I don't know where you got that from, a learning spot, because I'm reading the rules and everything, and none of it says, what is it called, that you can't do news avoidance. So yeah, I guess the more you know. So you can do news avoidance. So the DPO gave us a signal, but our baseline didn't say yes, so we'll continue on with trading. And it kept me out of a good loss. Alright, DPO gave a signal, but my C2 indicator did not say it was okay, so we're going to keep going. It kept me out of a bad loss. Alright, 629, everything said go. Let's check our news. So we have till 7-3 to make some money. Or we have till 7-2, I should say. So we have till 629, and so this is a couple cases I've been getting message about this. So in this situation, we can automatically assume that 6:30 was a Friday, and that means news came out. That's on Friday, and that means we have a trade on Monday. So that means since we have a trade on Monday, we have to exit that trade on Friday, because as you know, the market's closed on Friday. Oh yeah, Spy, and let me know if that answer your question. Alright, DPO gave us the long signal, but it didn't come in on time, so we're gonna keep on trucking. DPO never reversed and told me negative, so we can't take that trade from before. Oh, I think we got a trade. All right, we got something. Well, hopefully we do. Let's see. Okay, so Jordan asked a great question. He says, so because I've been mentioning that I haven't been doing baseline entries and like all these other little nuances, he said, when do you decide to implement baseline entries? So the moment I will implement baseline entries is more than likely, and don't quote me on this, whenever after I finish back testing this baseline. So I want to just, and what I like to do, because this is my process of thinking, I want to just get a raw form of this algorithm before I just add in new pieces to it. So before I start adding more trades, I want to know how it performed, because it have a bad situation where, like, say if I add a whole bunch of continuation trades or baseline entries, I would have a whole big jumbled mess, right? And so I guess, how can I also explain this? So basically, short answer is after I finish this testing, because I want to see where I need improvements on, or where I can improve. Like, I can see that it's a lot of times where baseline entries, that it would be really good for this algorithm. Now continuations, probably not the best, because my more than likely my baseline gets reset. So we'll see. Oh, okay. So let me go back and retrace what I said, and I'm glad the learning spot caught me on this. He said he quoted. He said ROI minimum of 30% overall, not including risk and news avoidance. So then I would say you are right. But for this algorithm, I'm already in the private group, and so I'm gonna just leave it as is. And I also gotta say that would be case by case basis whenever you would do that. All right, so I have till 9/18 to make some money. Nope. Excuse me. So this trade, it was on a Friday. Monday we had news. Or actually, wait, hold on. Monday we did not have news, so we took the trade Friday, exit Monday. Great way to start a Monday, y'all. Ain't that right? And also, guys, that just proved to show you that nobody knows everything. Like I say, even people like me can be wrong sometimes. I have no problem admitting it. And I also gotta say, how is everybody going in the what you call it, the no nonsense for back testing competition? Tell me what y'all thoughts about it and everything. I gotta say, I'm like I'm gonna be like that guy in the background who always gonna be like, man, I should have won the competition, because at first it was built on ROI, but then he changed it to profit factor. But I understand why he changed it to profit factor. And just so y'all can maybe understand the way of thinking more, is that the no nonsense for back testing competition, it only taking 11 pairs. And so the reason why it's better to go with profit factor than ROI, because it might be outliers. So like, let's just say, because I think one of the pairs he tested was Aussie USD. Maybe that was my best pair, but that was your worst pair. But because we just going based off ROI, we wouldn't know that profit factor taking into consideration all trades and just compare it with your average wins versus your average losses, or just take your total losses versus your total amount gained, so your gross profit versus your gross loss. And it's a better indication of how your algorithm actually is. And so it's better to go by profit factor, but I don't like it because it didn't go in my favor. You know me, John Clark. Hey man, you still top 5. I love it, man. Because you know me, man. I had to represent the DPO. I don't remember seeing it. John Clark, are you a part of it? John Clark. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. Yeah, but I mean, hey, it's just your C1 indicator, because the thing is, like I said, you have your DPO or your ASH. I saw a lot of the top one had bull versus bears, a QQE. You give them, you tell people that indicator, but then you're not telling them the settings or anything like that, and nothing a part of the rest of the algorithm that makes it yours. Yeah, I'm happy with it for sure. Good. And I gotta say, isn't it, being in that competition, isn't it worth it getting no results from Judge? Because I gotta say, that per firm, even though I gotta say I didn't have I'm not gonna say I didn't have that. I gotta say, even though I couldn't financially afford TradeView, the TradeView software, it's really good software to use. I gotta say, I really like it and I appreciate it. Okay. Okay, so this situation, even though it appears that it didn't cross here, if you look in the data window, the curl is higher than the close, and the only reason why it looked like that is because how thick I have my baseline. Excuse me, I'm sorry about that. That was nasty. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark this trade down. Yeah, Judge been with that firm a long time, so I'm pretty sure that could be one of the reasons why his that algorithm is so good. That's funny, interesting. He said TradeView has a free offer for 7 days if you want to try it out. But it's kind of like, I'm not going to say this, but it's kind of like after you get a taste of it, I don't think I'm going to want to quit. So it's like I might as well not even just go down that rabbit hole. I'm going to just keep to my little manual testing and everything. Yeah, that's true too. So we have till 11:05 to make some money. Nope. So we're gonna just keep on trucking. So here's another good instance. So people ask me a lot, can I take trades on the day of news? And my answer to that question is yes. And the reason why I say yes is because, hear me out. The whole point of us trading the daily candle, if we trade 20 minutes before it closed, so that means for this candle, any news that will come out for 11:21 have already happened because it's 20 minutes left in the day. Just fact like that. From my knowledge, and I could be wrong, but if you have 20 minutes left, I don't think any more news will be coming out for this candle. Now for the next candle, as soon as it open up or as soon as that get going, it might be. But make a long story short, you can take trades on the day of news. But if it's 24 hours before, so like say this instance, if it was on 11:22, I could have not taken that trade. Sorry, y'all, lost my place. I'm glad some people starting to see what I was saying. Now I gotta say, what's up, Sniffer? I'm gonna say Re. All right, let's go ahead and mark this trade down. Okay, so that was another thing. So it crossed my baseline and my my C1 indicator flipped. So I had two modes of exit. I got interesting, brought out a great point in the live chat. Cause right now he was talking about TradeView versus MT4, and he said, but there are a lot of indicators on MT4 that are not on TradeView. But I gotta say, depending on who you are, you might be able to program it into TradingView. I don't know, my speculation. Don't quote me on that. Okay, so that's an interesting point. Alarm Spy brought up in the chat. He said the only reason why I wouldn't trade on the news day if a candle went crazy and there's a good chance for a pullback on the next day. That is honestly true, because like say if a trade went 2 ATR or 3 ATR or something like that, I wouldn't really recommend nobody taking that trade, because 8-9 times out of 10, like he said in the chat, it's going to pull back a little bit. So you might as well be better than just taking that trade a little bit later. All right, my C2 indicator said no, so I'm going to keep trucking. All right, it's not below my baseline. All right, everything said go. Let's see if news came. News did came, so we're gonna keep on trucking. News saved my behind. All right, so we have till the end of the year to make some money. All right, so news came out on this candle, so we're going to exit on this one. Okay, and this is also good discovery and a good way of being thorough with your own back testing. John Clark said, I ended up finding avoiding Euro and USD news work best for my system. Hey, I gotta do your thing. Long as you test out whatever rule or nuance you want to apply to your system, do that. And one of the comments I always wanted to leave with people is that VP, he gave us the blueprints to build our mansion and our house. I'm gonna just say house to keep it simple. VP gave us the blueprints to make our house. He said, here, you need this and this and this and this for your house. At the end of the day, we still have to use our two hands and build that house. So we can still at the end of the side say he said we can have a meeting room. We can say, I don't really want a meeting room. I'm gonna rather make that into a bedroom. Who's stopping you? It's at the end of the day, it's your house, it's your algorithm. Nobody, you're hopefully you're above 18, and if not, that's okay. But you're almost near grown. You can make your own decisions about your algorithm. Nobody gonna be looking over your shoulders trading or anything. At the end of the day, it's gonna be your psychology and everything. Like I say, before you do something, make sure you fully thorough test things out. That would just be my only thing. And speaking on those things, John Clark, I got a question for you. With you backtesting news and everything, did you use my news calendar? I'll be okay if you say no. I'll just probably cry after the stream ends. I'm just kidding, but I'm just curious. All right, gonna take this trade. Yep. All right, so that hit my break even point. Oh yeah, guys, and just know I haven't back tested in like weeks. Like literally, the last time I streamed was the last time I back tested, so I'm gonna probably be a little bit slow. Oh, okay, that's good. So I'm glad you even said that. You see, John Clark said, I got an indicator from you. I don't know how to pronounce the name. UWY. Oh wow, he was even more thorough than me. He said he entered all the news events for the past 4 years or so. Use people in the Discord to your advantage. Like, we all as a community, like-minded individuals, that's one reason why Crypto, VP, Judge, they brought us all together. Use everybody else for resources. Cause I might have something that you want, you have something that I want. Why not try to help each other out in this? Okay, so a good question or not a good question, but a good thinking process by Lawrence Five, because it caused a great discussion. He said, one thing that boggled my mind with the no-nonsense Forex method of trading is not risking more than 2% in a single currency. It makes sense, and I have done the math, but it isn't. But isn't the chances of winning 2 times the same as losing 2 times? So wouldn't it even out? And if your algorithm has a good chance of winning, is it better of losing? I guess the main reason for not doing it would be drawdown, and that is correct. But one thing I want to make sure I reiterate. Okay, 2% roll by controlling drawdown. Okay, there you go. He got that. And so The reason why VP tell you about that, because I would say two reasons. Or I would say this is my two reasons why. First thing is risk exposure, because like I said, whenever you actually start trading with prop firms or other people monies, things like that, you don't want to overexpose yourself in one currency, because like I said, it only take one bad news event or some big economic event happen that completely tanks it. And another thing is, and I'm pretty sure y'all understand it, but it's just for everybody watching. Whenever VP say you can risk 2% on a currency, he means in total per major currency is 4%. And let me explain it. So we're going to take USD for example. USD, you have a total of 4% in that currency. You can have 2% long and 2% short. So you could have a many number of trades going long on the euro. I mean, not on the euro, on the USD, and you can have so many number of trades going short the USD. So net, it got to be 4% risk in that trade. I gotta say, I might do a video maybe explaining that topic a little bit more, because I can say a lot of people may not fully grasp or understand that. So I think that would be a really good video idea. And spot, let me know if you already knew that, or if that kind of made you think about things more or anything like that. Okay, I got a signal. Okay, so the call is 1.938 and the close is 1.935. So that means I'm going to exit that trade there. Go ahead and mark it down for us. Oh, no problem, man. No problem. Oh, for real? Standings are up for the competition? So then I gotta say, what I would like to do is we could end the stream off talking about the competition. Oh, y'all can't be ruining it, man. Y'all can't be ruining it. I can't look at the chat no more. Y'all spoiled. So, right now, what we're going to finish up talking about is the no nonsense for a backtesting competition, as they've been seeing in here. So, congratulations to Fresh Green, Clark Face. He in the stream right now, y'all. Everybody tell his name is John Clark in the stream. Tell him congratulations, man. Oh, let's go! Congratulations to my boy Foul. He always as y'all can see, he the first person that says something in the stream. I'm so hype about that, man. Shout out to them. I'm gonna make sure I drop a comment under this video. Let's go. I appreciate it. That's people in our community. Let's go. Go show some love to that tweet. So go right there and add a reaction to it. Let's go. So I'm gonna just read out everything. Congratulations to Fresh, Clark Face, TP Master, Andrew Murray, and Foul for making the top 5. As Fresh Green won his place in the finals already by guessing the main prize of the competition, that he qualified for the finals on his own merit, and it will not be fair to reduce the finalists to only 4 positions. So due to this, congratulations to @Million Miles too. He one of the admins of the group. The final stages, as a remaining, all 6 finalists will now have the algos run through all 28 pairs. This will now be based on ROI and not profit factor. Each finalist will get a full report of their algorithm. The top 3 finalists will get the new algo champion rank. Cough. At fire right. We need to create this now. Cough. I wonder who you talking about. The winner of this algo competition will receive a fully automated version of the algorithm trade, as well as to meet FVP for a short private chit chat. That is amazing. I am bloody excited. Well done to all who entered the competition. Please DM me for your report if I have not given it to you already. If he have not given it to you already, do not blow up judges' DMs. This report, along with the leaderboard saying it should give you incredible insight into your progress on where to go with your next step of your no nonsense forward journey. Feedback has been really good, with many entrants already finding and improving using this leaderboard. Stay in tune for final leaderboard, and you know it. So let's just take a look. We see our boy Fresh Green. Your boy Clark is number 2. Let's go. That's how we do it. Foul in that thing. Let's go, man. People in our community made it in there. So 40% from people from A1Fx is in the no nonsense Forex top 5. Let's go ahead and shoot some. And let's go ahead and show some love to number 8 spot to learn spy in that thing, man. I appreciate it. We all up in the leaderboards. And here goes my trash self. How am I gonna lead y'all and I'm at the bottom of everything? Actually, I did better than what I thought. I thought I was gonna be down here, but hey, I'm top 15, so I'm above halfway, so I'm happy about that. But this is what I was saying. If we were going by ROI, my name would be pink right now. But you know, I'm not gonna trip. So we right here. Let me see. Is there anybody else? I think Mode is a part of us too. My boy who rang in the my boy who rang in the top 15, man. Let's go. Shout out to him too, man. We're gonna shout out everybody that's a part of A1Fx, man. And I know y'all haven't committed y'all loyalty to A1Fx. I kind of just go ahead and saying that. I understand. And I gotta say, I don't see. Okay, I see Liquid on here, man. I really appreciate it. Hey, do not go and try to dog out anybody who's not at the very top of the leaderboard. Cause end of the day, they had enough confidence to put themselves out there, and it's tough to even do that, man. Shout out to him. I'm really glad that you did that, man. So for everybody in here, man, I'm gonna just go ahead and just do congratulations to everybody. See, alluring spy. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and leave all y'all ads in the comment underneath. Let me see. I gotta add myself. Yes, sir. Shout out to everybody in this and that from A1Fx that participated in this Discord competition. I'm so freaking happy to see y'all in here, man. It makes me feel really good to see y'all in here doing y'all thing. Hopefully one of our people from here win the whole thing. I can be super excited about that. Make sure y'all go show love to everybody that made it in this competition, man. Okay, so Mark, I wonder how many new members will be using Bear versus Bull indicator under C1 now. I gotta say, it's about 11,000 people in the Discord, and judging from here, all these reactions, I gotta say probably a good 100 people are gonna be using Bull versus Bears. Whew, man, this took the breath right out of my body. So I gotta say, I don't want my stream to be too long. I want to say I'm just so happy for everybody who came out for the first one. Hopefully I'll be able to. Okay, good. looking for that indicator too. I'm pretty sure somebody okay, so this is what we're gonna do. So we're gonna go to in channel, and this is how you search for indicators. All right, good night, Spy. Have a good night. So we're gonna go to indicator chat. We're going to go to file. Not file. Is it file? It's not. It's has. Okay, I always forget that. So it has is bulls.